Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more content to you and encourages more filmmakers to share their stories. In a world where big studios once ruled the box office, there's been a shift, an unexpected comeback of the independent filmmaker. This resurgence is reshaping the film industry. The age of multi-million-dollar blockbusters is collapsing, opening a door for creatives everywhere. Independent filmmakers are seizing this opportunity to tell their unique stories, often overlooked by mainstream studios. Independent filmmakers have always been the heart and soul of cinema. They bring innovation, authenticity, and stories from the fringes of society. These filmmakers are not bound by the constraints of commercial success, allowing them to explore themes and narratives that are often considered too risky or unconventional for big studios. But for years, they struggled to compete with the massive budgets and marketing machines of Hollywood's major studios. Audiences, however, are growing weary of the formulaic content. Tired of sequels, reboots, and familiar stories, they're craving something more, something real. This growing discontent has paved the way for independent films to capture the attention of viewers who are hungry for fresh and original content. Enter the indie film revolution. This movement is characterized by a surge in creativity and a willingness to take risks that mainstream studios often avoid. Independent filmmakers are not just creating films, they are crafting experiences that resonate deeply with audiences. The rise of streaming platforms has changed the landscape. Filmmakers no longer need massive budgets to reach millions. These platforms have democratized the distribution process, allowing independent films to reach a global audience without the need for traditional theatrical releases. Now, a film shot on a shoestring budget can find a global audience overnight. This accessibility has empowered a new generation of filmmakers who are not limited by financial constraints. Streaming platforms are hungry for fresh content that speaks to a wider variety of experiences and perspectives. They are actively seeking out independent films that offer unique viewpoints and stories that reflect the diverse world we live in. Films that once struggled to find theatrical distribution are now at the forefront, reaching new viewers directly in their homes. This shift has leveled the playing field, giving independent filmmakers the same opportunities to reach audiences as their big-budget counterparts. But while independent cinema is thriving, the traditional studio model is crumbling. COVID-19 shut down theaters, but that wasn't the only cause. The pandemic accelerated a decline that was already in motion, exposing the vulnerabilities of a system that relied heavily on theatrical releases and blockbuster hits. Skyrocketing production costs, reliance on risky blockbusters, and changing audience behaviors have left many studios scrambling. The traditional model is no longer sustainable in a world where audiences have more choices than ever before. Indie filmmakers have an advantage. They're nimble, innovative, and most importantly, fearless. They don't need $100 million to tell a good story. What they lack in budget, they make up for in creativity, raw talent, and a hunger to bring authentic stories to life. This resourcefulness is what sets them apart and allows them to thrive in an ever-changing industry. Independent filmmakers are not afraid to push boundaries and challenge the status quo, resulting in films that are both innovative and thought-provoking. From personal documentaries to experimental fiction, independent cinema isn't just a trend, it's the future. These films offer a refreshing alternative to the homogenized content produced by major studios, providing audiences with a diverse array of stories and perspectives. As the old Hollywood model collapses under its own weight, a new era of filmmaking is taking its place, one driven by passion, authenticity, and the desire to tell stories that matter. This shift is not just about the rise of independent films, it's about a fundamental change in the way we consume and appreciate cinema. This is the age of the independent filmmaker, and they're here to stay. Their resilience and determination are reshaping the industry, proving that great stories can come from anywhere and anyone. Independent film isn't just surviving, it's thriving. And in a world where studios are falling, it's the indies who will rise. They are the future of storytelling, bringing fresh perspectives and innovative ideas to the forefront of cinema. Support independent filmmakers. The future of storytelling is in their hands. By supporting independent filmmakers, we are not only encouraging creativity and innovation, but also ensuring that diverse voices and stories continue to be heard. This is more than just a trend. It's a movement that is redefining the very essence of cinema.